Sir, we are in the third session of us, and we last ended our session by concluding that knowledge which is
Limited.
coming, from the
Thought
thoughts,
is also limited. Yes.
limited. So here, and also in line with that, we also discussed that based on this, the temples or whatever.
Anything thought created
Yes,
cannot be holistic one.
yes, sacred.
Obviously, when it is not holistic, it's not sacred. Sacred is being eternal,
Yes,
right? We see that, right?
yes,
So whatever you, and at the same time, thought has done extraordinary job in terms of marvelous constructions.
mm.
Thought is
Mm.
thought has done that, right? At the same time, technology. Thought has placed there, and it has done its job in the external world, in technological world, and it built like rockets, and we could able to travel from planet to other planet. But when it comes to psychological relay, it is very limited. Thought is limited because our experience is limited. Since our experience is limited, knowledge is limited. There is no complete knowledge as such. Why? Because you look at the scientists, they keep on adding to it, right? When there is more, that is limited, right?
Yes,
More is coming. That means it is limited. There is nothing more, that is complete. So there is nothing called as a complete knowledge. Knowledge is never complete,
yes,
right? So if you look at it, the books, whatever we call, because all the religions are based on the books. See what we have done to the humanity just in the name of book, just in the name of belief, just in the name of faith. Now humanity has come to a point, because of this book, belief and faith, humanity is going to end. You know the danger of it? The belief system has done enormous damage to humanity. That is the level of, that is the dangerous thing, what we see the outcome of the thought when it comes to psychological relay. I don't think any more explanation is required. Isn't that all the books are written based on thought?
yes,
And you can't question it. There itself the shallowness of it. So almost all the religions are like that.
So that's what, by the end of the session, my condition was like I'm shocked and lost.
Yes, it is.
Whatever. So whoever is in the same path would experience the same
Obviously,
the same
because
state.
never thought about this.
Yes,
Because we always after some belief, some dogma, some ritual, and believing again that will take you to somewhere. We don't know where that somewhere is, right? Of course, we kind of know it because textbook says heaven, hell. This is all created by thought, isn't it?
yes.
Because some book says so. Where is the sacredness in that?
So then, what is all this topics about the mind power and mind can make things happen? Like take my own experience. When I had belief, there are set of sequence of there are sequence of activities or things that happen as I desire. Most of the times it happen to people because of their belief. They name it miracles or whatever. So sometimes
When you miss the logic, that will become miracle.
okay, they might name it miracle. It might not be a miracle. that's what I mentioned. So whatever they desire, they can see things happening. So what is that? What is
See,
there
obvious,
behind
right?
that?
You have certain desires. Some desires may fulfill, some desires may not fulfill, some desires may fulfill at certain extent. That is the very nature of that. Then you wanted to see something sacred in the desire. Desire is not sacred at all. Desire is mere composition of your thought. The moment thought comes into picture, the sacredness is gone. And you fulfilling the desire or not fulfilling the desire and reaching certain extent for that purpose, there is nothing sacredness in that. There is, what is the holiness in that?
No, the sequence, the happening is not sacred, but is there anything behind that, or it just happens by chance?
So your question is, the events that are happening in the life, is it someone is pushing it, or is it just happening like that?
Yes.
In other words, let us come to reality level. Is it some karma? Right?
I would want to come to that as well.
So one person is suffering, one person is being happy. Is that what you are trying to get?
Not exactly. We take about one person only, or maybe me. When my desire, when I want something to happen, mostly it happens.
Okay.
Okay, maybe for someone it happens, doesn't happen. So how is this? Because that is
My question is, how does that matter in deciding your quality of life?
because that's what it was based on till now. And that, then what is that? When I change my perspective, what was that then? Is there anything behind?
So life is sequence of events. Your wish or will or desire make you to work in the direction.
No, who has said this happen? I mean, no direction or
Someone
just like
sitting,
that.
No, because you are working at it, right? Is it happening just like that?
No, everything that is happening to us in the nature or
Right.
every being.
You're talking about personal, right? If you generalize, it's very difficult. You're talking about your individual.
Both individual and to the beings, the sequence of things happening.
That is what the life is, right? If there is no sequence of events, what do you call life is?
No, that life has come from where?
My simple point here is, in what way, see, initially when we started the whole discussion, we are not going to get to the hypothetical questions.
Okay.
Hypothetical questions, all questions are wrong questions. Why? Because the outcome of it has no value to your life.
Okay.
Why the tree is standing there? Why sky is like this? Why this is flying? It's not going to make any change for your life. It's just curious, not a serious question. If I am really serious, my question would be, why would I suffer? That is my straight question. Is that really matters? Few things happen in my life, few things doesn't happen in my life. Is that a big thing to really pay attention to it and go through it? This is where all our energies get wasted.
Sir, do you say, so you want to say that there is no person who doesn't suffer at all in the world? I mean,
Everybody suffers. Everyone goes through suffering. Right from inception, time immemorial, man suffers.
throughout?
They are going to suffer. The very nature,
You are saying in psychological level.
psychological level, I am talking. Physical level, you have some hurt, some problem, some disease, you go and take medication or whatever it is. That's all. That's maximum you can do, right? Based on the technology, you go through that. That's no brainer. You don't have to really think much about it. Are you going to get sick every day?
No.
Excuse me.
No.
That's not the problem actually. Of course, that's maybe a problem for people, those who are really, what do you call, chronic diseases, something like that. We are not talking about that. bigger chronic disease for every human being is the psychological suffering. Right? Here, no one is exceptional. Everybody goes through this terrible sorrow, terrible pain, terrible fear. Is this make sense addressing this, or there are few events happened in your life or in my life, and there are certain things not happened in your life and my life? Doesn't matter at all.
So how do we come out of it and see the truth?
Do you really wanted to do that? That is the question.
Yes.
Do you really wanted to? That is the reason. What is your main focus for your life?
No, this is what.
Not the hypothetical one. Why I have born? Wrong question. You have born, right? If I give so and so reason, what value that is going to add to your life? That is the reason I said that's a wrong question. Why this nature exists? Wrong question. It exists, that's all. What are you trying to gain out of it? Any answer you get it, how that is going to affect your life?
No, I'm just lost because I was very keen on seeing the truth. So, based on what the path I have taken, now it doesn't exist. I mean, it's limited, and that's not the right path.
Right.
So,
We have seen the futility,
yes,
the shallowness. There is no life in that. It is living on a support system called faith and belief. It cannot survive. That we have seen it very clearly. So now what? What is the question?
yeah. Here comes. That's what we have to mention about another emotion called hope, which was based on belief and faith, and
Hope
they
is
had
also based on your this thing, thought. You hope something, and we all know that whatever you desire, whatever you hope, when that get fulfilled, it is utter. It's not going to create any value to your life, right? You are same old person. Still, you have jealous, you have violence. There is a lot of confusion, terrible sorrow, fear of everything, loneliness. All that is there. No matter what you get fulfilled, and if you don't get fulfilled, your quality of life is same. Is pretty, sorrowful. Ultimately meaningless. Everybody's life is utter meaningless. That is the reason he trying to make some meaning to life. That is the whole torture every human being is going through their life, isn't it?
yes, even seeking truth
Yes.
also
A desire.
goes with yes.
Seeking truth also a desire.
Have suffering, lot of battles.
Obviously,
Only when we reach that stage and really see the truth.
seeking truth, if you are not really know what it is, they go through a terrible torture than anybody else.
More than what
There
if
are-
they would not have initiated this at all.
There are religions, they propagate sorrow is the way to reach that, whatever that is. What a stupidity it is. Because they can't understand what this is, and they kind of come with some dogmas, the certain kind of meaningless philosophies. They say more you suffer, you are nearer to the God. So absurd, meaningless.
No, I definitely agree to that.
Because ending sorrow is the beginning of the freedom. That is the truth. Because our brain so conditioned can't see the truth because we are so blind, and we try to accept whatever the life we are going through, terrible life. Our inefficiency has created so much philosophy. That's the reason if you are suffering, what people say, oh, that is your karma. And even they try to put beautifully, more you suffer, you are going to end your karma. Oh man, come on. What are you talking? Huh? And see, you can't be happy because you don't know the way, you are caught up with so much garbage. They say, you have no peace on earth. And you have moved your peace to heaven. No one knows whether that exists or not. See how escape. our thought is very cunning. It cannot stand truth because it doesn't know what the truth is. And it tries to create a philosophy which is soothing, because if that is not there, brain cannot work. It has to bring some kind of logic, which is not really a logic when you really question. So what is our understanding generally humanity? You cannot be peaceful in this life because you have done so much. You have to go through this karma. This is your karma. You have to pay all this price for it.
This is a very important reason where people don't dare to even take this path.
Why not? Because
because of this karma, what they hear that
that's all wrong.
people- Yeah.
You
So,
see that, right? The futility
Yes.
of it. What do you mean by karma? The action, right?
Yes.
So that is one way of escaping the truth. Isn't that?
Yes.
If someone says, if you are really so sad, depressed, and feeling pain and all that, I say it is his karma, because this guy doesn't know what is happening, because he is also in the same path. Not he, the entire humanity suffers terribly. The man who is serious, he will find out the end of it, and he is the one who will end the sorrow. This is where the beauty. A man with sorrow, a man with fearful cannot have his life. That man asks all these questions. Why I am here? If I am so happy, will I ask that question? Definitely no. Because his life is terrible. Every day, why only me? You hear this a lot, right? He thinks that everybody is fine. No. Then we say stories, no, don't feel bad. We have so many people. You look at Jesus, how much he suffered. You see Rama, how much he suffered. You see someone else who's...
There are great people.
this
then-
is the conditioning. Because you can't answer that sorrow. Your intelligence is so limited. You can't see the truth. Your vision is so distorted. You have no clue what is happening, but you have to have some kind of conclusion. The conclusion what we have given is, this is your karma. Or someone says, you have to suffer to reach the Lord. I don't know why you want to reach the Lord. To end the suffering. To end the suffering, going through the suffering is meaningless. Isn't it? If you are going near to the God, it must be so pleasant, so joyful, so peaceful.
Yes.
But they show you, see how terrible their life is. They are going near to God. This is all based on the condition. Because they show you some reward to your, I don't know what kind of word I have to use it, for your lack of understanding. That's where the challenge is. You see that? Not intellectually. If you really see the truth of it, the very intelligence itself is the answer for all this, nonsense, because which doesn't make any sense. So now what is the question?
So where do I start? How do I see? How do I differentiate from truth and...
See, if you are asking for a method, how do I do that? What should I do? Then immediate question comes, who is going to answer? If I answer, that you will listen and make an idea, then you want to practice it. Ask, where do I start? How do I do? When we ask, we are expecting answer from them. Isn't it? Otherwise, why would you ask? When we hear the answer, we want, how do you hear it and you make it as a memory, right? Because it's very important. You wanted to understand. You make a thought or maybe ideal as an idea. Oh, I have to live like that. So for this is the path. you take notes. That is not actually nowhere close to the reality. Who is going to answer? This is the $1 million question.
Okay.
Our condition is someone has to tell us.
Okay.
You know the reality? Nobody can tell you.
No, I do accept and understand that, but
Again-
I'm at the same time.
Again, whether you accept or deny, both are same. You see? Then what should happen? Together has to see the truth of it. That is the end of the sorrow. Is there a method for it?
No.
There is no method. Why no method? Any method is a repetitive action, isn't it? If I give a mantra, talking about mantra, many people, even foreigners say, there is no foreigner, Indian or whatever. Say, everybody talks about mantra, right? We don't even know what mantra is. Someone says some sound, you keep on repeating, then he is also smart, we are also smart. He says you have to repeat years together, the day will come, something happens, you will go to heaven. Don't know what you do it when you go to heaven. This is all escape from the truth. You have not answered to the problem which is your sorrow. The real meaning of mantra is not to becoming.
Sorry, not to?
Becoming. There is no
Okay.
becoming. Becoming is an illusion. Not to becoming, ending what is. You understand? In Sanskrit, the real meaning is mananat iti trayate mantra. They take some money from you. They tell some sound. You will do 1 or 2 days, you will get bored, you will stop it. If you are more fearful and if you believe him, one day something is going to happen, you keep on repeating without having any idea of what you are doing and why you are doing. Isn't it? The real meaning of mantra is pondering, meditating upon not to becoming. There is no becoming. Becoming is an illusion. It's a bigger discussion. And ending what is?
Yeah, ending what we discussed all about now.
Sorrow, fearful, all that, the pettiness,
Thoughts.
everything. Ending all that. That is mantra. Now what kind of meaning we have made to mantra? Because we wanted to benefit out of it, gain money out of it. The person who is giving, he wants to get more money. The person who is receiving, he wants to get heaven. This is a business. The very purpose of starting has gone. We have no idea why they have started, what they have started, the purpose of it. If you get mantra from him, you will go somewhere. No, you will not go anywhere. You will there only, and you will become more and more depressed. You don't want to show up that depression. You will say, yeah, something is happening to me. That's a hallucination. If you ask, that's the reason, don't answer to anyone. Answer to your heart. If you ask yourself, it will tell you so much. How much pain, how much anxiety. You can't sit 5 minutes calm without thinking about anything. Completely contradiction, conflict. Human life is completely endless conflict. Conflict within, conflict outside. In fact, there is no within and outside. This is the wave. Whatever is there inside, it is being projected to outside. That is the reason you see the world is how dangerous it is. This is the representation of we as a human being. No wonder Whole society is completely out of control, out of order, because we ourselves inside is exactly the same. The same thing is getting repeated. The wave going out and coming in. Same wave, no difference. If you really understand this, there is no out or in. The same wave is throbbing with a lot of confusion, fear, sorrow, and disorder. All the time, fight, chattering mentally. There is no peace at all. The mind such a chattering state. Where is the question of peace? We'll have some peace of mind, that's all. There is no peace in it. Some peace. See the reality, what is happening.
So I am caught at a word, meditation. So now I find a way. I see that it's only the meditation that would show me the truth, where I can see truth. If it is so, if you can clarify to me, how does the state happen?
You mean the state of confusion happen?
No, stop.
How do you stop the confusion? Inquiry. With terribly honest. You must be completely honest to yourself. Can we be honest to ourselves?
Yes.
And how serious we are? This is another question. These are the two things are required. I don't want to quote anybody's name or maybe any sayings here, which I don't really wanted to, because it is enough of it. He said that, he said this, yeah, we hear, we just okay, listen and then move and live on our petty life. This is the essence of it. The one who is really, really serious, that man can see the beautiful, eternal, the glorified moment of the truth. He will become one with that. That kind of person should be terribly honest. Are we really living an honesty life?
To self, yes.
Look
And
at it. Don't jump into conclusion, because we say something, we do something. We think something, we act something. Don't we? Don't answer to me, answer yourself.
No, sir, when you say we, I'm not
We
sure.
as a human being, the whole human being, that is where the conflict starts.
No, but I feel I'm definitely honest to myself, because whatever I've been doing, nothing had actually impacted me to make me do that or this.
See, let's go into it, you will understand. Initially, our ego will come and jump. We want it to be peaceful, right? Is our thoughts, acts are towards peaceful?
Yes.
Then you must be peaceful then.
Yes.
Then you have no problem.
No problem.
Then no conflict.
No conflict.
No question, no discussion then. Then why are we doing this?
The only thing is there something beyond that?
That is longing, right? Why are you looking for something when you are so happy?
I am happy.
There ends the chapter.
I don't.
Why do you need
compare-
anything? Why do you need anything? If you are really exuberant by yourself, there is no conflict, you are completely blissed out. What made you to think about anything?
So basically, when we are in that state, we should be able to be in a meditative state.
You know what? Don't take it personally. We hallucinate that.
Okay.
When you see that, you won't even remember the world and about yourself. Where is the question of thought coming out? Why do you want to meditate?
No, that's what I'm saying. If this all, I'm happy, I do not have confusion, and I am at peace.
That is the question I am putting. Are we?
No, if I am. So,
My question is,
Peace.
if you are completely exuberant and peaceful, ma'am, you won't talk. Simple.
no, if I am
You
alone.
are saying if.
No, I am. Yeah.
When you are alone.
When I am alone
Mm.
and I do not have responsibilities of someone or some impact of them or taking care of my whatever my peace, whatever confusion, it would be for them.
Let me tell you one thing. Peace is not between two wars. Silence is not between two sounds. You understand?
No, I didn't get it.
Silence is not that exist between two sounds.
Yes, okay, I'm getting it.
Peace, you are talking about the peace, is not between two wars. That's not called peace. See that? Peace is eternal. Silence is eternal. Then only it is complete. Right? There are thousands of wars going on around the world all the time. Yes, preparation for the war is not peace. You anticipate war. We are creating nuclear bombs, hydrogen bombs, all kinds of bombs we are making it. While we are making it, there is no war, right? Do we call that is peace?
No.
We are at war, no doubt about it. You really see that what I am talking about? Is it making sense?
Yes, but what I understand is this, I have to really, to see it, it would really take time. In the sense, I should be in silence, give time for myself, make a self-study,
We
inquire.
don't know what silence is. That is what my point is. We may experience silence in deep sleep. That is not silence. You may some kind of with so much noise and then you sit kind of in meditation, you get relaxed. That is not called meditation. Ending of sound is the silence.
Yes, that's what we spoke, that end of confusion. It's not becoming something, it's ending everything.
There is chattering, right?
Yes.
Mind chatters. When mind is chattering, where is the question of peace? Where is the question of silence? Endlessly mind chatters, trying to do something. We go crazy, something doesn't happen in our way, isn't it? Let us be honest. Honesty is the first thing for this. There is no question of peace when I am trying for something, when something is going wrong, I am going exaggerated. Where is the peace? See? Our mind is not chattering? And when there is chattering, there is no question of peace. Chattering mind cannot do the meditation, as simple
Yes,
as that.
yes.
Then where is the question of having peace then? That's hallucination. Let's not take it anything personal. We try to object that immediately because that our ego sprouts. There is no man on earth unless the one who touched the truth. No way you can live in peace, because very simple, your mind is killing left and right. Right? Who is pushing you? Is the karma? Your mind. What made human beings run like dogs? Is the
Mind.
karma?
Mind.
Chattering. Yes or no?
Yes.
If I put A person who is in deep sleep is going to run. The moment you wake up, you see how bombarding left and right. Where is the peace? Tell me. Do we have really peace?
We don't.
That's fact, right? So upon inquiry, the truth will come out.
Self-inquiry.
Self-inquiry. Nobody on earth or nobody, if at all heaven is there, nobody can do that for you. That's the reason we must be damn honest. My mind is wavering, it's wavering, that's all. I am terribly confused. Yes, I am confused. When you accept the truth, then there is a possibility.
No, this is what. Now I'm completely in a confusion where.
We are always being in confusion. We never been in clarity. That moment you born, there are people to confuse you. All kinds of garbage is thrown at us. That is what I call conditioning. We live based on the condition. Where is the clarity? As long as you live on condition, which is someone's ideas, someone's beliefs, someone's rituals and all that nonsense is being thrown on us, and they have corrupted us completely. If that person is talking about peace and I'm living in, it's all nonsense, right? We know it. In 2 minutes we could able to see the futility of it.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, inquiry, it starts and it goes for some time.
No, first leave all those, we have listened those things, right? First see that what is. This is what we miss all the time.
I see confusion.
Right. Go into it. Live with it. Go to the end of it. That's where the beauty is. Nobody says this, nobody does this. Oh, you are confused? Come to me. I know everything. You don't know. I am Guru, you are disciple. All drama starts. You are already confused, you can't question. He is saying, I know everything. If someone says, I know everything, you stay away from. Because people are confused and there is another batch in the society, they want to make their business. Right? And this is the reason people even tend to accept the truth. I don't want to look bad before him, right? Because honesty is gone in the society. Look at this, what kind of petty lives we are living. We got to be cried left and right. What a life a human being has become. I can't even tell my inability to anyone because that person is ready to cheat me.
Yes. This is the only two things happen. Either I look for help who is not trustworthy, or because I am also the same way.
That's why I say question everything. Question. Not towards end of it. In the beginning. Don't accept anything. We are so much conditioned to listen. Don't ask questions. Listen. Don't ask questions. There are some other religions. You ask, they will kill. Even that is brutal. Right? That is not,
acceptable. You'll be punished.
Horrible than animal. Can we call those religions as religion? Name is peace. You see the war happening. What a shame. What a shame it is. That's why I say question everything. Don't accept it. Your belief is now about to end the humanity on earth. You know what danger situation we are in. We all are just ignoring the fact and we think that someone is going to come and do something. Everything is going to be fine. No. We all are preparing bombs. We are going to end it soon unless we fundamentally realize what we are doing right now. It's a very serious thing. You can ignore, but the result of the action will not ignore. It will make every human being just like melt like anything. You know the effect of nuclear bomb. We are such a violent people we are. Need to be really shame on us. We believe some book, some person said
Easy,
something.
whichever is easy.
Yes, we are so gullible. We can easily deceived by anybody. That's the reason I say question everything, question everything. Don't believe anything. When you find the truth, truth doesn't need this stupid belief. You see? It is not the desire that I wanted to realize. You can't realize like that. You very desire of becoming realization, whatever that is, which we don't know, that itself is an obstacle. What I am saying is, look at the reality. The reality is my confusion. Don't run away from the confusion. What we do, see, if I am sorrowful, if I have pain, I am fearful, what do we do? What do you do?
Try to do something to get out of it.
Which way?
Pain.
What is the way we go to?
Somebody for help.
We try to escape from the pain because we don't know how to deal with it. I have some sorrow, I have some confusion, some pain. I tend to escape or suppress or hallucinate. Someone is going to come and take care of all these things. This is the reason our thought created God. Thought created God is not real, but is there something eternal? Yes, don't get me wrong. When we hear this thing, then you may think, yeah, he is against the God. No. What I am saying is, the thought created God is not real. You understand, right?
But there is something eternal.
We don't know. We want to find out. If I say yes, then tali bajao and leave. What good it is for you. If I say no, then you have closed all the opportunities. Both are wrong. We don't know. We wanted to know. We inquire into it. You put all your energies. This is where the problem comes. See? How will you know anything? Even about for your sorrow, your anxiety, your problems, your day-to-day issues and all that, how would you know? You have to pay attention. You have to put all your energies. Then that's where the trouble starts. So far logically sounds everything is good. When it comes to a point, we realize, yes, nobody is there to help you. This is the fact. Isn't it? Nobody on earth or anywhere can help you. You are the one should help yourself. This is the truth. If someone says, yes, you can sleep, I can take care of everything, you got to be very careful. But it sounds like someone said like that, that is your thought made that kind of illusionary statement. Nobody said that, but we have not listened to it. And again, I don't want to take anybody's name. Enough of it, right? That man said, this man said, this saint said that. What good it is. They said it, we listened, we left it. Come on. Because that is their view. They have seen the truth of it. That's not my experience. How can I claim that statement? Not knowing the life of it, the depth of it, the beauty of it, the strength of it. I'm just mere like a tape record repeating someone's experience. How bad it is. It is like carrying their vomiting. That's their experience. It's not your experience. What right you have to really carry that? Can I sit and tell all that what they said, whatever is there in the Gita, whatever is there in the Bible, what is there in the Quran, just because I say everything, that means do I know everything? You are repeating like a tape recorder. It has no adding value to the life, just repeating it, right? Without knowing the essence of it. It's a very, very serious matter. If you really look at it. If you want to ignore and then leave ignorant life which we are living right now, it doesn't need any effort. That is the reason we tend to go that way. In spite of knowing all this, why we don't want to really put our effort in finding the truth? Because effort is required. We humanity are very lazy. We need someone to take care of us. See the beauty of it, the shallowness of it.
Dependency.
Obviously, why do we need some God or something to take care? Because you give something. See, all this, business. I will come and see you. Because I have come and see you, you must take care of me. Who said that? You are saying it, not he.
Sir, this makes me say something. So this dependency unfortunately has come from our childhood. Dependency on parents.
Physical dependency, even now, it is required. Even a person who has realized if his body is not good, he has to depend on the doctor. That is okay. I can't do everything.
Psychologically also, sir.
Psychologically, yes.
Emotionally.
Yes.
That's why, I mean, during this conversation, it strikes to me that that's how he has been for
Conditioned.
I don't say ages, because I'll start with the human birth, this life, this birth.
From ages.
So,
every human
psychologically,
being is like that.
physically, emotionally,
Yes.
from the time of birth, he's depending on parents.
Till death.
Parents who are elders again are depending on some belief.
Obviously, see the dependency, you can
Yes.
make it a simple term called,
Yes.
irrespective of who is depending on whom and all that, it is pure dependency. The whole dependency continues right from birth to death.
Yes.
Not this for last 40-50,000 years.
Yes.
Time immemorial, the humanity is lived based on the dependency. Dependency is a terrible thing. When you are dependent, you have no freedom. But we want freedom, right? So I think this gives some idea on what we have.
Self-enquiry and freedom.
We'll get into that. How do we do self-enquiry and all that? We will continue in our next discussions, because unless you get to the truth of it, what is, there is no way you can move an inch from where we are. Not the beliefs, not the dogmas, not the some faith. All that is the traps we have created, our thought has created to get relaxation from our confusion, which is not going to do any good. It has not done any good so far. So, what is real freedom? How do we really look at it? And all that we'll do it in further discussions. I think this is good enough, right? We've been talking
Yes.
about an hour or so.
Yes.